So today's video is a little bit awkward, a little controversial. Here's the deal. I have had cable TV for a long time and I have HD home run devices. And so I would DVR shows with Plex and they would just have digital copies and I could watch them later. And time shifting has been deemed legal for years. I mean, Mr. Rogers went to Congress to make sure that we could do time shifting for watching things later. YouTube TV is what I use now, and they do have built-in DVR so you can watch things later, but it only keeps stuff for 9 months. If there's something that I really want to keep so I can watch it at a later time, I will still record it. Now, I don't break the DRM. I just record it, but I record it in a way that is easy and there's no weird like background noises, that sort of thing. So I'm going to show you how I record YouTube TV, even though I don't know, it's probably not right. So don't really do this at home. This is all educational or something. I don't know. And plus I'm posting this on YouTube, which is awkward. Anyway, I'll show you what you have to do if you actually want to keep a recording of a YouTube TV. Not YouTube, but YouTube TV, the broadcast stations. If you want to have a local copy, one of the ways that you can do that. So let's get down to it. And I don't know, maybe this will close my channel. So in order to do things the way I do them, there's a couple prerequisites. Well, first you have to have OBS, and your version of OBS has to have the browser source ability or plug. It's not a plugin anymore, it's built in. But if you're on Debian, the included OBS Studio doesn't have this browser source. So you either need to use like the Flatpak version, or what I actually did was take the Ubuntu version and repack it so it would install on Debian. Anyway, if you're not on Debian, it's going to be a moot point. If you are on Debian, probably a Flatpak is the best way to go about doing it. So you get the browser source, but that is required. So OBS with the browser source ability. And then this took me a while to figure out, but you have to actually install Google Chrome, not Chromium, but Google Chrome. And then to do that, you just go to google.com/Chrome and you can download the Chrome browser. Now, the reason you have to have Chrome is because Chrome includes a binary blob of the DRM decoding codec that YouTube TV uses. So you have to have Google Chrome, not Chromium, Google Chrome installed on your system. This is all Linux, by the way. I have no idea how this works on Windows, if it works on Windows or Mac or whatever. I'm on Linux. Anyway, so yeah, you have to have Chrome installed, and I do. And then you just add a browser source. And now on my main computer, let's just create a browser source. And then it brings up this window. And the URL is going to be https://tv.youtube.com. And then on my main computer, when I actually do this, I make the width 1920 and the height 1080. I make it 1080p. On this VM that I'm demonstrating on, it doesn't have the horsepower, so I actually am doing everything in 720p. But that's the only difference, is that this is I'm just recording at 720p now, whereas on my main computer I do it at 1080p. So, you know, that is what it is. Anyway, so there, the width and the height, and then you have to check this box, control audio via OBS, and that really is the magic. What happens with that is the audio from the browser is the only audio that you record. And so like if your system is making noises like notifications or whatever, that doesn't end up in the recording. It only will record the browser source, which is where the video is playing. I do 30 frames per second. Down here, shut down source when not visible and refresh browser when scene becomes active. I do both of those and then click OK. Now, what it's going to do is go to this page. Now, the first time you go there, it's going to have you log in. But here's the deal. You can see it, but you can't interact with it. And that threw me for a loop at first. But what you do is down here on the sources, right click on browser source. And then right here, hopefully you can see this, it says interact. So you click on that and it pops up another window. It's the identical window actually that's in OBS, but this one you can click on. So with this here, I usually come over here. Let's get this out of the way. I'm just going to say start recording. Okay, so it's recording, but now interacting over here, I'm going to pick something like from my library, we'll say. We'll do an episode of Lego Masters. Okay, and then I'm going to close it. So it's starting to play, and now I'm going to close this interactive window, and you'll see over here, now it's starting. Down here, desktop audio, you want to mute. So right here, desktop audio, if there's a notification sound, it will record it. So I want to mute that. So that's muted. This browser source is the audio coming from the browser. And so it is recording it. And I can let this go, and it's going to continue to record the entire time. It'll record as it plays back full screen. And when I'm done, I will have a file that actually has things like commercials in it, but that is the file that then I can have locally. Again, I'm not removing the DRM. I'm literally just recording, like with a digital VCR, the playback on my computer. But that's how you can go about doing it. And then I'll show you one more thing. I'll actually show you on my computer, not this virtual machine. When I record something, I like to cut out the commercials. And for that, I use a tool called AVI Demux. So avidemux.sourceforge.net. If you go to downloads, depending on what kind of system you're on, there's a bunch. It's for Windows and OS 10 as well. And again, you could try this in Windows or OS 10. I have no idea if it'll work. Again, I'm on Linux. What I did though is I got the app image. So I just got this one. It's an app image. And what that means is as long as you make it executable, you can execute just a single file. And so in my folder, let's see what I have here. I'll pull this down so you can see. I have AVI Demux. This is just the app image, and I made it executable. And so then we will double click on it. And here is what AVI Demux looks like. And then this is an example of one of the things I recorded. So grab this file, just drag it on top of AVI Demux. It will import it. And then from here, using these arrows down here, go keyframe to keyframe, because you have to cut it at a keyframe. But anyway, go to keyframe, like, okay, for example, there, the episode started. So I want to cut here. So I want the end marker there. The beginning marker was at the beginning. And so then if we click that, it will delete that. And now you'll see this is the beginning of the file. And then you just go through, you can just hold down this arrow. So use these arrows to get right to the edge. Okay, here's the start of a commercial. So I'll click this A, that's the starting point. And then I'll fast forward until both commercials are done. We're back, click B. And now just that little commercial is highlighted. So I'll click that X and it cuts it out. So that's how you go through, and you can delete all the commercials. And then when you're done, the cool part is for the Muxer, I generally make this MP4. That's just personal preference. Make sure the video output and audio output is set to copy. And then when you click save, you say where you want to save the file, and it will save the file with those commercials cut out, but it won't re-encode them. Which is really nice. So it doesn't have to go and re-encode anything. The quality is the same, and it happens very, very quickly. That's how I go about doing it. It's not like it's a super simple way. And like I said, we're not getting rid of any DRM. We're just taking a recording. The nice thing is, though, with OBS, it does a really clean, nice recording. And you don't have to worry about extraneous sounds as long as you mute every other sound except for that browser source. But still, they don't want you to record YouTube TV, and I get that. But there are some times where I really do want to have a copy that I can watch, even if I can't connect to the YouTube TV app. And since I'm paying for it and I'm just time shifting something that I paid for and I'm recording, I don't feel really bad about doing it. I'll say it for the 87th time, because I'm not breaking the DRM. I'm just recording the screen. So anyway, that's how I do recordings of YouTube TV. If that helps you, great. You can try it on Windows or Mac. I have no idea if it works there or not. I do everything on Linux here. But if it works on Linux, you can probably get it done on the others too. Anyway, hope that was helpful. Remember to learn everything, do what you love, and most importantly, be kind. I'll see you in the next video.